Hello and welcome to a short tutorial on Canvas Gradebook. So Gradebook is a feature you'll be using soon as you add students and add assignments and want to put grades in. So it's very simple. It's like many other Gradebook features. It's a spreadsheet. You have columns here and you have rows. You'll have rows of students' names. This is a sample class, so I don't have any students in it right now. Um, So I do have two assignments, sample assignment and sample discussion, and we're going to look at some features here. So let's start with the Gradebook tab, which is right here. You do two things. You can look at individual view or history, and I don't usually mess with those early in the year. View, there are some things that you may want to mess with here. I like to arrange mine in modules, first to last. That way I know what students are working on at the current time. But you can also look at due dates, oldest to newest, and etc. Filters, you can filter by modules, statuses, what's done, what's not. Columns, you have some choices there. Mostly what I'd look at right here is arrange either by module or by date. Actions, this will be useful at the end of the term when you want to save a record of your grades. You may have to turn that in to an administrator. That's where you get that. I've never used the import command, but I would assume that would be for if you had a student move from one class to another. However, that would probably mess your grade book up, so I'd leave that alone. All right, another little tool over here that some people miss. Um, you got several options here. This is your late policy. You can automatically deduct points from a student. You can automatically apply grade for missing submissions. There's several choices here that you can do that goes in automatically. Then you have a grading policy here, automatically post grades or manually post grades. This would be for someone who wants to just go ahead. Once you type the grade in, the students can see it. If you want to manually post grades, then they will not be able to see their grade until you release the grades. I stick with automatically just for the ease of so I won't forget. All right, let's cancel that. All right, so let's look at the sorting features here. Each column has its own three little dots out here to the side. A menu drops down. You can sort the students up, down, left, right. All sorts of information here. Then here is another useful tool. Each grade item has this menu. You can sort it high to low, missing, and late. Speed grader is your friend. We'll look at in just a minute. Message students who, this is a handy feature. So the first one is people who haven't submitted yet. You can also say these other four options and send a student a message to remind them to do their work. Then you have curve the grades. I don't usually do this. And the reason why I don't usually do this is once you curve the grades, it cannot be undone. So once you do that, you better be happy with the results. Then set as default grade. This is a very handy feature that you'll enjoy. Say you have a bunch of students that have not turned in work, or you have you want to give everybody 100, whatever the case may be. You put in for those people that haven't turned in their work a 0, and then hit set as default grade, and then everybody who has not turned in the assignment or has an empty spot will be a 0. And also, if you have spots where you want 100, do the same thing. If you check this, it will change everybody's grade in the whole column, so I'll be very careful before you check this, overwrite the grades. And that is pretty much that. As so far as classroom features is. Now let's look at SpeedGrader before we go. SpeedGrader on each assignment will take you to this, and I don't have any active students, but it will allow you to put a grade on each student's work, and it will allow you to go through those students' work much faster than by clicking on each individual student, going to their assignments, and open it up. So we'll do probably another video on SpeedGrader. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or just ask me.